See, sometimes I'll just get the Chinese food to go, squat in the back alley, so I feel like I'm still in these streets.
Different for me out here. My squat game is not tight.
You got the football practice on one knee. Trash.
I wasn't squatting with the Asian homies after school. I was skating and hanging out with the white dudes, you know what I mean?
You know, it's all in the calves, bro. You see, I got the radish calf. There's straight daikon on my leg. Yo, what's it called, though? Top 5 things I miss about New York. The easy ones everybody always says. Pizza, the DeFara's Pizza, Essa Bagel, the train, the Knicks, and then Puerto Rican Dominican food.
Yeah. Well, LA, we do have Mexican food.
You do have Mexican food?
Mexican food. There's no good Mexican food in New York.
I like the regionality of shit, too, though, where it's like the food mirrors the immigration. Because every city around the world, cosmopolitan you go to, they all got the new American shit. They got chefy shit. But the real mom and pop home style shit, you got to have that community there.
Yeah.
Do you ever go like across the border, Tijuana and shit?
When I was younger, and those tacos were good too, but you never knew if you were eating a dog or a cat or whatever. Either way, it was good.
Some people think dog is fire.
I heard some people say that too.
Some people like my dad.
Y'all in the wrong world. So look here, man. Welcome to Wang's world. World traveler. The food, good and delicious. Shanghai, Moscow, check out the pictures. LA, New York, MIA, or London. The schedule fishes. Welcome to Wang's world.
So I was a little tight moving from New York to LA because I've always seen New York as my home. But one thing I really enjoyed moving from New York to LA is that you get to immerse yourself in different immigrant cultures. In New York, Cantonese culture is very strong. In LA, Taiwanese culture, you probably get more of it. In New York, you get a lot of Puerto Rican, Dominican, Caribbean culture. But in LA, the Spanish-speaking culture that's dominant is Mexican. And I've been eating a lot of Mexican food, boogie boarding with a lot of 9-year-old Mexican girls in the Whitewater. And today we're going to meet Bill Esparza, who's going to introduce us to more Mexican culture and food at Connie Seafood. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too,
man.
Welcome to Inglewood.
It's nice out here. Thanks for putting us on to this place.
This is the place to go.
Yeah. I've been reading your articles and people tell me in LA, I mean, you're in some way like the foremost expert on Mexican food. So how did you, begin with food writing and all this stuff?
Well, I'm a musician.
Oh, okay.
So I was on the road, and I was with this Mexican pop star, and I ended up going through almost every state in Mexico with her,
Yeah.
And there's a couple things to do when you're on the road. It's like either you do drugs, or you chase, well, everybody does that, chase girls, or you go eat food. And that's where I'd already naturally been this way because of my family, Mexican. I mean, food was everything. I mean, Asian culture is the same thing.
Yeah, right? It's a big food culture.
Right.
Hi, how are you? Good. Yeah, but I want to let you do the order. I just want to see the snook. I want to get the snook.
We're going to get that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the founder of this restaurant's here today, Connie's dad, Chente, and he's like the ceviche master.
Oh, wow. Can we go watch in the kitchen with you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go. Let's go in the kitchen. Eddie, nice to meet you. Yeah, so this is the owner of the restaurant, Connie.
Hello.
This is the man right here.
Oh, okay.
Chente.
Hi, I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having us. Was he the pop star you were managing?
He looks like it, right?
So right now, we're going to make this ceviche here. Okay.
You want to start?
Yeah, sure. So that's raw shrimp, salt,
lemon juice,
red onion, cucumber. What's that?
Hot stuff, chili.
Oh, green chili. Nice. Green chili salsa. What do you think is the thing to pay attention to in making ceviche?
The good lemon juice. The shrimp.
Quality of the shrimp. As you can see, very simple dish, but what I'm noticing too is like he's really paid attention to the size and the mouthfeel of all the aromatics in there.
This is better quality shrimp than any fine dining restaurant in LA. They're bringing this from Mexico too.
A Mexican shrimp. It's super vibrant. Very vibrant.
The acid is very clean. And then the chili is right there, kind of like a hi-hat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The next dish, let's check out the snook.
Yes, we butterfry it.
Uh-huh.
Then we're going to place it on the grill.
Okay. And the snook is from Mexico.
Yes. And then we add a little bit of salt.
And it's just pure salt? There's no seasoning or anything in it?
It's just natural, and then our secret sauce.
Okay. We'll taste it, try to figure it out.
That's secret stuff.
Damn. You could just smell it. It smells like, you know, like when you get like burnt chicken skin, you can smell that burnt chicken skin? This is like burnt fish skin. It's delicious. I can't wait to get in this. The onions and the fish together is so deep. The caramelization, look how dark the onions are. She had that special sauce, and they made a big deal about the special sauce. But all it's doing is really neutralizing, I think, the funk of the fish and adding a little bit of pepperiness and just filling in the blanks. But for the most part, you're just tasting the essence of this seafood.
Yeah, this is exactly as you would find it there, you know?
When it comes from somebody's hand who grew up and lived that culture and experienced it, they have the ability to translate it through another lens that I think if you didn't grow up in the culture, it's very difficult to understand.
It's really that ability to play with your cuisine and to know which directions you can go with it that naturally come from growing up in that culture.
We're going to go from LA to Tijuana, to Mexicali, to El Paso, and Juarez. What should we be paying attention to as we go along the border?
People know a lot more about Tijuana, of course, but there's all those borders. I've been through a lot of them, and there is this cross-cultural exchanges going on in food and culture and music and art. But as far as like border towns, I think Tijuana is the best place.
Tijuana is really interesting to us because there was a money, kind of a tourist Gold Coast rush, right? So we want to go across the border and explore the relationship of these Mexican cities when they're literally bumping up against the world's #1 superpower, and economically, culturally, how it affects you.
People have been drawn to the border, a lot of ways to cross in one way or the other. It's really opportunities, you know? That's really the thing that ties all those towns together.
This was good, man. Real good. You know, on first look, San Diego could seem really vanilla. But luckily, there's a lot of culture coming through the border from Mexico. I wanted you guys to see how the Mexican diaspora comes over, plants a seed, grows and prospers. So we're going to see Prayer's Cholo Goth Band doing their thing right now.
What's up, G? See you at the party, homeboy. Yeah. Bam. Yo, this is my boy Frosty right here from
What
the
up?
Grants.
Eddie, nice to meet you, fam.
Bro, what's up? Yo, park it right here. What's up?
Were you born in America or Mexico?
I was born in Mexico, but I've been here since the age of 4. So, in a sense, I'm really Americanized that way, you know? But this is where I grew up.
This, to me, feels like home. Like, I'd go visit my grandma in Roland Heights, and it's Chinese people, but it feels like this.
Right.
Same types of cribs.
And, you know, that's what we're trying to show tonight. There's love in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I might be a gang member, but I'm not a criminal. I just hold my neighborhood down. You guys want to go to the party or what?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. What is this thing? It's coconut? Yeah. Let's do this, man. Oh, wow.
Now, this is hella spicy.
Shrimp, lemon juice, cucumber, red onion, and chili.
Let me get some
This is
food.
one of the best ceviches I had.
Yeah?
How you make the carnitas?
We put it like orange juice, garlic, and two cokes.
How long you cook it for, though?
2 hours and a half.
2.5 hours. And you took the whole pork butt, huh? That's the pork butt.
Pork back.
My favorite part of the carnitas is the ligaments, the fat, and the skin. Oh my God. This don't need nothing. I'm not putting it on no tortillas, no salsa, no lime. This is just... That's just essence of swine. Straight up and down, that's swine.
I'd like to start off by thanking all of you for being here today. It means a lot to Dave and I for lots of reasons, because, you know, show support from our community, from San Diego, and I just wanted people to see the other side of Sherman, that there's also love in the hood. Yeah!
Turn the mics up.
This right here, the Toasty Locos. This is fire. They got the chips in here, lime, chili sauce, peanuts, cucumbers, jicama, pickled pork skin. It's like eating pickled nachos. This is the most fire shit I've had in so long. I can't believe I went like so long in my life never eating these, but if you a corny ass chef with some new American restaurant watching this show, and you try to put Toasty Locos on your menu, I'll cut you. I'm ready to bleed for these Toasty Locos, man. Just some backyard shit.
Enjoy the party, man. Thank you.
Somebody ordered a green chili and Aki vegan smothered burrito from Boom Boom Kitty Burritos. It's waiting for you at the front desk, and it smells like hot trash. Oh, I'll take her home. Yes. I was single yesterday. Today, I found one. Let's go. We're going to take you right up against the border between San Diego and Tijuana to meet Mike Harris, a retired border guard who spent the better part of his life staring at the semi-permeable membrane between the first and third world. How's it going?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Definitely, man. So, how long have you been Border Patrol?
I worked for him for 26 years.
Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely. It's a young man's job, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cat and mouse. It's chasing people. It's tackling people. It's possibly getting in a fight. There was a time when we were catching 800 people on a shift, and you're going to tackle somebody out of 800 people.
Every day you would catch about 800 people coming from the Tijuana side.
That would be a good day as far as good being high numbers.
Yeah. What's the hardest part of this job?
It happens to everybody out here. You're driving somebody and you're dropping them off at the border, and you'll hear some little kid in the back, if you happen to get a kid with a, "Mommy, I'm hungry." So you open your wallet and you give them some money so they can get some tacos and stuff when they get down south. And that's the hardest part, when you're keeping out some good people. But that's not my call. If someone crosses and I don't stop them when I was working here, I'm negligent.
You have a very tough job.
Yeah. Congress used to come out and we called dog and pony shows.
Yeah.
And they'd come out, we'd put all kinds of people all over the border so that they would think that we had everything under control. Really, all they're trying to do is get reelected.
Yeah.
So they throw money at the problem, thinking that this will appease the people who want strong border enforcement. It looks like they're doing something about the problem. But everybody from Mexico who wants to come into the United States, they do and they can. We'd catch 800 and we figured 2,000 got away.
Yeah.
The Border Patrol is a speed bump on the way to L.A.
Is that a border thing right there, or is that just a highway?
That's the highway. That's in Mexico. The brown fence is
the border.
Actual international border.
Yeah.
The other fence on this side is just secondary fence. That's right down into Mexico there.
If you look on the Tijuana side, they're building all the way up to the border. If you look at the American side, it's just 3 miles of land. No one wants to be near the border. We should do the B-boy stance here, like 2 of us.
Yeah, well, actually, I have to do this one.
You got to do that. What's that?
That's Mala Migra.
What's that?
Bad Border Patrol.
Oh, okay, you're Mala Migre. Ready?
Mala Migra.
Awesome. Hey, man. There you go. Gracias, man. Look, I got pesos too, dog. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a receipt, man. You just took my receipt. Oh, you know what I got for you? Goyard. Yo, when you get some money, you put it in here. Enjoy. A lot of people in this area talk about the Tijuana narrative, a story perpetuated by news media, painting Tijuana as a party mecca that devolved into Atlanta cartels. This narrative glosses over the people caught in the crossfire and depicts them as merely victims. Now that the violence has subsided from its 2009 peak, the young generation speaking out and reclaiming their story, demanding to be seen and heard as individuals. They may be influenced and forever changed by the violence and gringo tourism, but I want to let them tell it. You want to come out of the van, or?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I kind of need a piss, too. Yo, so we in Gabilondo. It's an old neighborhood in Tijuana, as old as Tijuana get. We about to see the sad girls right now. I'm not going to tell you what number their apartment building is because they kind of cute, and one of them might could be pregnant, and you savages need to stay away. What kind of sick person tries to holler at a pregnant woman? Hey, how's it going? I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you. Definitely. Thanks for having us over. Thanks for having us. Yeah, this is nice.
Thank you.
This is real cool.
My roomie designed it.
I thought we were going to come in and it would just be tears everywhere.
And glitter. You want some enchiladas? All right. So have you ever had?
No.
Micheladas is like beer and lemon and some sauce.
Oh.
And clamato.
Oh, I like what you're doing. You're adding antioxidants to your beer. Just so for people that don't know, what is Sad Girls?
It started like a Facebook like page.
We like to say it's a collective. It's 5 of us.
Which is nicer than a gang.
Yeah.
It's basically women empowering women. It's about creating space online and in real life. We've been collaborating with any kind of expression really that we can like get a hold of. That's what we do.
It's cool. It's just girls getting together and doing creative shit, huh?
Yeah.
Cheers. It's between like Soup and Bloody Mary. Oh shit, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
I didn't even realize what I did. Dude, the history of Tijuana, there's been so much crime and so many people have died from drugs. Did you guys live through that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But it got really bad, like for 4 years, I think. Like, yeah. There was a period in our generations where kids that we knew died or like their parents.
Hello.
This is my sister. She's a sad girl too.
Nice to meet you. I see, like, you got like a dime bag here, right? That's like a bag for like 2 grams, right?
Oh, for weed?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like weed, right?
If you buy Mexican weed like off the street or to a dealer, it'll for sure come from a cartel.
Good thing about, weed in Tijuana is that you can cross and get it.
It's pretty easy to get California weed here.
Yeah.
It's like
but so you
common.
guys don't buy Mexican weed because it's probably from a cartel?
We tried to, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not nearly like nothing like how it was then.
Yeah.
But Tijuana is a city that changes a lot and very fast. Now it's this place where, you can go down and like get really good food and really good art and stuff. And we think that Tijuana has a lot of potential, and in order for that to like flourish or see it, we have to stay, and do shit here. Because if not, that's the same narrative that's going to continue forever,
You're totally right.
Yeah. Yeah.
After you.
Hanging out. Right here, you guys. Let me me see where the banana thing is.
Banana? I like banana, but what's banana water? Like they crush up bananas? And
It's really good. It's from this one.
Oh, look, he barking us in too. All right, so this is your spot.
This is the spot.
All right.
Like,
there's asada, adobada. What's adobada?
It's like red meat. Have you seen that?
Red meat. Oh, yeah. And then tripe, chorizo, brain, tongue. And then what's underneath the tongue?
Suadero. It's like a part in like this part of, yeah.
I like that. Yo, so this is her favorite joint, the banana water. Platano water. Oh my God, that's so good.
Right?
That's like drinking banana pudding. That is gonna set off tacos. I'm about to eat so many tacos right now. So I'll do the adobada and the tripe. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Oh, they're toasted, huh?
Yeah. I like it better, and it's got cheese, and it's like crunchy and shit.
Damn, this looks so good. Thank you. Gracias.
Like it?
That is so good. So tender. I also really like that this has so much cheese on the bottom. It's like crunchy, but then it pulls. Yo, Mexican food is one of those cuisines where it's like, it may not be your favorite, but if somebody else says it's their favorite, you can't argue. You straight up can't argue. Thanks for bringing me out here.
Thanks for coming.
Yo.
It was really fun.
Mad fun. You the best. Oh yeah, Rough Rider video. All right.
We're still in Tijuana, and to further explore this new narrative, we're heading to Coco Pelli, where Chef Campos is evolving Mexican street food, but not in some high-end sterilization or big box factory fusion. It actually feels like he's cooking out of the back of a head shop.
How's it going? I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you. So what do you guys,
what do we have?
Yeah, what do you got?
Tacos, ceviche, salsas, pulque, cerveza.
I want all of it.
Do you know what a pulque is?
No, it's pulque.
Pulque is the juice of the agave.
That's alcoholic?
It has like a low.
Oh, yeah?
But it's really healthy.
I'll try it. How's your chili relleno?
You better not say that to a Mexican, man.
Oh, yeah? Did I, like, ask about your dick or something?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. How long you had this place?
Like 8 months. We started from scratch. We built up our own stand made out of fruit boxes and started from there. It was like 3 years ago. We just bring an ice cooler full with things, built our stand daily. So this was our first solid location.
Congrats, man.
Thanks.
Yo, this is really good.
Salud.
This is real good. Cheers.
Salud. Ceviche salmon.
Ceviche salmon.
Has tamarind, mango, watermelon at the bottom, burnt seed, burnt garlic, burnt onion, epazote, and it turns into that sauce.
I was a little nervous because there's the Wolfgang Puck setup with the drizzle, the field greens, and the mango, but you taste it, and it's not just like fruity fusion food with the earthiness of this burned tortilla and that burned sauce. This dude's food, like, dances. This is like Major Lazer all day.
We're gonna make Eddie's taco now. Okay. Just to make it extra special, put some infused oil from Mexican herbs, if you know what I mean. The biggest restaurant that I worked with was in Poland, 3-star, 3 Michelin star place, really good. creating your own stuff. It's a place where I can play around, and I like cooking, I like mixing, it's my passion to cook. So it's a place where I'm just happy and free without being into a job where I have to follow whatever is already there. Okay, un Chicano mixteado con special herbs.
Thank you. When octopus is good, it tastes like beef.
Put some marijuana oil inside the octopus.
Oh, yeah? Nice. I was feeling a little bit goofy, and I thought it was this drink, but that makes some sense now. I appreciate that you drugged me. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm gonna try your crazy chili spicy shit now.
Lucifer tears.
This is real for real. I mean, like, how much should I put like that?
No, that's good.
Spicy. But it's perfect. I kept waiting for it to crush me. You see the beads of sweat? My head definitely got hot, but then it didn't take me over the edge. You know, sometimes it takes you over the edge and you're just like 30-hit combo in Street Fighters.
Really moist.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely gets you moist.
Welcome to Cocopelli, man.
Thank you. Real fun. For all the shit I've talked about, kind of like nouveau and modern, or like these fusion-y restaurants with a bunch of like sauce reductions and microgreens, and this is my favorite one, hands down. Then, when you least expect it, he drops the weed oil in your octopus taco, and it becomes one of the greatest restaurant experiences of your life. What I like the most, an accurate reflection of who he is.
When you drive from California to Mexico, it feels like a natural progression. For a couple hundred miles, you see the Mexican culture building like a crescendo that continues past San Diego. Besides your cell service crapping out and the dollar getting you a little more, the border doesn't radically change my interaction with the culture as much as it magnifies degrees of separation and opportunity.
I'm totally uncomfortable there. All right, that's super uncomfortable right there. All right, this is much better for me. All right, let's go.
My dad had been deported for no reason. He was not a criminal.
We should be doing everything we can to welcome new generations of hopeful, striving immigrants.
Obama's administration has deported the most immigrants in America's history, over 2 million. Eventually, he took executive action and passed deportation relief, but the damage has already been done. Many of these families are already separated and scattered, living in cities they haven't lived in for decades. We're heading to Mexicali to hear some of their stories.
We're right behind the Migrant Hotel. This used to be real nice, and there was a crime wave. Hotel got abandoned, and crackheads, junkies started squatting in it, and one dude decided to turn it into a hotel for people who just got deported, provide shelter, provide food, provide clothes.
Are you going to cover my face? Cover your face? That's what I heard.
I don't know. You got a dope face. We should probably show people.
A dope face?
Yo, I'm with the big homie Juan over here. We in downtown Mexicali. Where we? What's the name of this migrant hotel?
Oh, this is the Hotel de Immigrant, that's it.
The Hotel de Immigrant, that's it?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yo, so how'd you find this spot?
Well, a friend of mine told me about the spot. You know, they feed you, they give you a place to stay, and they help you out with clothing and stuff like that.
And you just got deported a few days ago.
I just got deported a few days ago for a simple possession, which is not fair. Now they're deporting people just for a misdemeanor charge.
How long were you in America? America?
47 years.
Damn.
Since I was 8 years old.
And so how many times you been deported?
I've been deported 4 times already.
So you don't have to pay to live here?
Oh no, you don't have to pay nothing. You just gotta help out doing something like a cleanup sort of, you know?
Yeah. This where y'all be sleeping?
Yeah, we've been sleeping. Everybody be sleeping over here. They get feed over here. I mean,
is this the kitchen here?
Yeah, it's the kitchen there.
The cilantro one bag.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff donated from Walmart to the place.
Oh, the Walmart donates?
Yeah, the Walmart do that.
Damn. Walmart needs y'all to work. That's what they need. What's your misdemeanor for again?
It was cocaine, clean cocaine or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, you just had it on you.
It was just laying down. The little peg was laid down close to me. But I waited 2 months to drop it down to a misdemeanor charge.
So you're in possession of crack? Either way, man, like, I know people who party and they're still in America. So
that's right.
Who cares?
I know.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hi, I'm Eddie.
Hi, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You the chef here, huh?
Yeah, I am the chef here.
How long you been here?
About 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, this is my second time they deported me because I was drunk driving.
How long were you in America for?
Well, about for 25 years.
25 years?
Yeah.
Damn. You got family over there?
Yeah, well, my family lives there.
How many?
6 kids.
And your wife got to take care of them now?
Yes, she's the one only.
You were a chef over there, huh?
See, I used to work over there like chef.
Where did you cook?
Italian, American food, Chinese food. In Vermont.
Vermont?
I used to work.
Damn, they sent you from Vermont down to here?
Yes.
Damn, that's far as hell. So what you making here? Potatoes?
I go and make the rice in the potato. I go give it that today.
You got anything else? Just rice and potatoes today? That's it?
Yeah, for today, yes. That's it. We have to feed like 60 people here.
And all they're gonna get is potatoes and rice today?
Yeah, today, yes.
Man, what do you have to do to get back over?
Well, I go and find a way because I have to. Because I have to help my family over there. My wife she is alone over there.
Yeah.
We see kids, you know. I have to go back.
Well, look, man, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
All right? Stay up, man. What's happening to them is very sad. To be deported from a country you've lived in for 47 years, to be separated from your family and forced to live somewhere that you have no connection to is something I will never understand. Drunk driving, I can't condone. Definitely needs to be criminalized, but for the penalty to be putting you in another country, it's too much. It outweighs the crime. Oh, yeah. Gonna buy me some boots. I heard you guys are some of the best boot makers in the world. This fits like a condom. I got a little height now, too. I might be able on my OkCupid to get in a whole nother category of women, 5'9" and up. We're going east, across the border from Mexicali to El Paso and Juarez. On the El Paso side is Cassandra. He's a legendary lucha libre wrestler, born in Juarez and immigrated to El Paso when he was a kid. And y'all know, Base Fob loves himself some wrestling.
I'm Eddie. Nice to meet you. Definitely, man. This is my Cassandra Wall, 23 years.
Yeah.
24 years. This is 26, whatever.
Your look changes a lot, man. Did you grow up watching WWF? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. You know, did you like Razor Ramon?
Yeah.
Razor Ramon was my favorite. Stop playing.
I got to meet him in Mexico. I did tours with him. Andre the Giant. Yeah.
Who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Rey Mysterio Sr., not Junior.
Okay. Yeah,
Senior.
yeah.
Because Rey Mysterio Jr. and I, we trained with Senior.
Were you the first one in your family to be a wrestler?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
We're 6. 3 men, 3 girls, or 3 straight and 3 gay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen a family that just split half straight, half gay.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 and 3.
When did you know you were gay?
At 4 years old, when we used to live in Juarez.
Yeah.
And I used to go like, let's play mommy and daddy, and I'll be the mommy.
That's
and
cool,
I would play the little kids.
Yeah.
And I would always go with the little boys.
Yeah.
And I knew it.
What was the biggest challenge to you coming up?
Just proving to myself that I do have the guts to go up in the ring, even if I had the labels of being gay. And all that words they used to tell me before, you know. I was like, you're labeled, so you better work twice or triple more than any other wrestler, because just to prove myself. And I did. I beat so much people's asses. See, I became a big drug addict and a drunk in Lucha Libre just to be part of you guys.
Yo, look, I gotta tell you, I don't care what drugs you did, but the viewers, they're gonna wanna know what you did.
Anything that changed my name to stupid, I got high. I changed my name. Cocaína, marijuana, piedra, and everything else.
Yeah.
I smoked the pipe for many years.
Yeah. But we should go eat, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go eat.
Look what you have outside.
Yo, the border's right in front of your house.
That is Ciudad Juarez.
Yo, peep this.
That is Ciudad Juarez. This is United States. A lot of people, before many years ago, that fence was not there.
Yeah.
This is the safest city in United States, El Paso. And then you just walk some few steps there, and at one point, it was the scariest city in the whole world. And then the narco killings and everything. So it's a big contrast, you know.
No, huge contrast. And it's like most places, you have a backyard in America, maybe deer run through your backyard. Here, it's just Mexicans running through your backyard.
Look at this. Look at this.
This is wild.
This is what I get.
Chico's Tacos is the pride of El Paso. Their specialty is fried, rolled up tacos that maybe resemble taquitos, but at Chico's, they're covered in cheese and then douse it with piping hot tomato sauce. Coincidentally, it's also where Cassandro worked when he was coming up as a local wrestler.
We're going to go into Chico's Tacos right here, but cameras can't come in because the owner did not clear us. All right, so if y'all can see this through the window, we got the rolled tacos here with the cheese on top, and then you pour the hot tomato sauce, and that's what melts the cheese for you. Incredible. Look at this hot dog in a round bun with baked beans.
What do you think about the taco?
It's good, man. Yeah? You're right about the salsa. The salsa's delicious. This round hot dog's awesome. Vámonos. All right.
So this is the Housing Community Center where we do our Lucha Libre show. I train most of these guys, Tuesday to Thursdays. You have all kinds of wrestlers here, names and everything. That's my cousin, he wrestles.
What's up?
This is Ghost Rider, Guerrero Azteca, Payaso, Hermes, Hijo Samurai. This is my nephew.
Yeah?
And this is my niece.
Hey,
and both of them wrestle.
Word.
And they're fathers of 2 little kids that probably they're gonna wrestle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3. Cassandro.
On the top rope?
Yeah.
No, maybe the second rope.
Come on. Give me the other hand.
Oh, shit.
How is it curling?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Come on. Oh, my God. I'm supposed to be the player, not you.
Oh, shit. I'm definitely the bitch.
We talk about borders and countries and politics, but Cassandro represents the humanity I've always believed in. You can travel around the world and not meet anyone who's faced as much hardship physically, mentally, and socially as Cassandro. Yet he perseveres and gives others the positivity and hope that got him through it himself. He doesn't feel like the world owes him anything. He's just happy to keep giving back.
Yo, man, it was really cool to come see Cassandro and his dudes doing this because a lot of your parents may take you to, like, go see the Nutcracker or the Princess and the Pea, but, man, I would have loved to grow up Mexican and have my parents take me to Lucha Libre Sundays, man, and see this method acting plus, like, extreme sports stunts. It's pretty dope.
Juarez was once considered the most dangerous city in the world. We've all heard the mantra, build your fences, we dig in tunnels. But El Chapo ain't here no more, and things are changing in Juarez. Luis Chaparro is a journalist. He covers drug trafficking and immigration. We're meeting him at his favorite burrito spot to talk about the future of Juarez.
Yo, what's up? Eddie.
Hey, what's up, Eddie?
Nice to meet you.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Good.
How you doing?
Good.
How's the trip?
It wasn't bad.
Ready to try some burritos?
Yeah, man, I love burritos. Is this your spot?
Yeah, this is my spot after drinking, you know, like after bars and stuff.
I heard that burritos were invented in Juarez.
They were, actually, they were. People from Juarez used to go work to the U.S. They had food with them, so to keep it warm, they wrap it in tortillas. So this guy who was selling that stuff, like the food for other workers, so he was carrying all the burritos on his back. So he looked like a donkey. That's why they call him, ahí viene el burrito, you know? Here comes the donkey.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, so you're a journalist out here.
I am a journalist here in Ciudad Juarez. Yeah.
Nice.
I've been a journalist since 2007.
Okay.
I work on stories of migration and drug trafficking. That's what I do.
How many people died during the wars?
There were around 10,000 people shot dead in Ciudad Juarez, including children, women, civilians. And the other thing is the marijuana situation in the U.S. is being legalized, which is pretty cool. It's again changing the game for Mexican cartels. Now they say, okay, marijuana is not a business anymore for us, so let's try smuggle meth and heroin. That's hard stuff. The thing that can't cross the border stays here. Makes a lot of addicts in Juarez. It's the dynamics of the border. I mean, if you have borders between a third world country and a first world country, that's what's going to happen eventually, you know? How do you like the burritos?
I like it. It's good. It's a lot more delicate than an American burrito. It's like smaller. It really reminds me of like a scallion pancake roll.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing next, man?
What if we go to a bar? We're going to meet up there, a couple of dudes, then start a tour on bike to several bars in Juarez.
Oh my God. This bike is hot trash. These all your homies on the pub crawl?
Yeah. I meet them every other weekend.
Okay.
At that bar.
And you guys
ride and go to another bar.
That's pretty cool, man.
A couple of years ago, you'll never do that. I mean, 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
People was too afraid to go out.
Yeah.
Once it started to get dark, everybody was on their cribs, you know?
Mm-hmm. What do you think it is that, like, resolved the wars? You know, like, did somebody win?
People from Juarez started to take back the city, you know? Like these kind of activities.
The cartels and shit, they've wanted you to be scared for so long.
Yeah, they wanted you to basically leave the city so they can work alone, you know?
Yeah.
And take over your businesses.
Yeah.
Take over your streets. Take over everything.
Yeah. This is some take back Juarez shit.
Exactly.
Yo, I guess this is the actual act of defiance. Cheers. Y'all know a lot of shit that I don't about living in the middle of a cartel war. Do you think it's changed you in a bad way?
Nah, man, not in a bad way, because you need to live your life here. We are on the border, you know, so all the time, you know, the war you're going to have, instead of, you know, some kind of social thing,
yeah,
you need to live your life.
It's cool to talk to you and see, like, even though you've seen all this shit and all this has happened to your city, that, like, you staying positive and you just trying to live.
Of course, man. I mean, let's be positive.
Oh, we can go fast. Damn, you just killed Cameron B's shot. Oh, my God. Hold on, show him this joint. It looked like you wrapped a burrito, son. So sexy. Look at this thing. If I was going to go to a strip club after, I would eat this. It's very refreshing. If there's one thing the border reinforces, it's the ideas of eyes wide open. You may be in the middle of a war zone. You may be bumping up against a superpower. But you've got a chance if you've got your eyes open. Resist the narrative being told about you. Reject the paralysis crime inflicts on your community. And resist the forces pushing you to the margin. You, your Toasty Locos, your Chico's Tacos, and your Micheladas have a right to ride in the middle of the road.